Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader on the PC. We have finished the prologue, which means that we now are a full Rogue Trader in charge of... Well, I guess we're in charge of, like, millions of people, really. Well, actually, I don't know how far our empire of trade expands beyond this ship. I thought maybe there was a line earlier on about that, but... Anyways, it's a lot of responsibility. We got the whole rundown on the ship and our situation. We obviously cannot go back into the warp at the moment. Ship is in rough shape. Scorch marks on the carpet. And we also do not have a navigator to navigate through the warp, and we don't have an engine seer prime, or, you know, a chief engineer. So it's not looking great for us at the start of our Rogue Trader adventure, but we'll get better. Things will get better. Apparently I just got an achievement for visiting all the systems in the Coronis Expanse. That seems like a... That seems like a bug. Sector is composed of numerous star systems, many of which you will get a chance to visit. You will find yourself scouring the void in search of routes leading to new uncharted systems. Yeah, so I don't think we have explored every system in the Coronis Expanse. This is just one. Alright, so there's Rykad Minoris. And we can see here there's some quests that we have related to it. There's a point of interest here, a starport. We have a quest here, the prison planetoid, Rykadi Philia. There's an unidentified void ship over here. We have a quest over here on Urak 5. I assume this is the navigator station. And Rykad Majoris, we have already explored it. What does that mean exactly? Means there isn't jack shit here. Should we go to the void ship? Sounds kind of interesting. Even though it's the only place that doesn't have a quest associated with it currently. The Vox crackles to life, and Master Helmsman Ravor addresses you. What we have here, Lord Captain? It is not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. Sure is quiet, like it's huddled up in there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised. The thing is more scrap heap than ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it. We're registering critical damage to the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now, too. Hear us! The Vox transmission hisses and abruptly cuts to static. Do not require assistance. Pete, do not require assistance. Copy. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Roar protects. Lord Captain, I am told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there's an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near the Rykadi Philia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put too fine a point on it, has not yet been offered to them. Can we establish communication and let the vessel identify itself? Yes, Lord Captain. Connection is established. Unknown vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves. For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps, and then several voices at once start shouting over one another. Do not tell! Tell him! We're done for! This is Thunderfang. We are a merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private vessel. A merchant vessel. Of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang. This is Thunderfang speaking and saying his own name? Damage report on the unknown vessel. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has almost been completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. near the prison planet. I wonder if these are all escaped convicts. Thunderfang, why can we not identify you? Well, I don't know. What if... Certainly not. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, full merchant vessel. Thunderfang does not require aid. Thunderfang, your vessel is badly damaged. What happened to you? The Vox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives, and yet another hisses, furiously demanding that the others shut up. You manage to make out little from all this noise. We were just flying, minding our own business. Straight out of the blue and open fire. Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected. And then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks left without our help. We never got to them. Thunderfang, now stop playing games and explain again what you forgot in the area. And this time I highly recommend the truth. Happy now? What have you done, idiot? It's too late now. Do you copy? We are from the Fellow of the Void. We did not come here to loot. On a different business. To help our own out of jail. Do not hurt Lise. We already had our Kronos cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of goods. In case you are unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Coronis Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have Vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially when jumping to warp is impossible. Now we're playing a righteous, loyal member of the Imperium. But, at the same time, we're a rogue trader. Like, we will trade with aliens, which are far worse of, an offense to the Imperium than just, like, pirates. Or is it? I mean, I don't know. I think I've read quotes, actually. I'm trying to remember. There was a quote I read from 40K that would, like, the worst threat in the galaxy is like one who turns on their own or something like that. But they're not really like treason. I mean, obviously within the Imperium they're treasonous, but from, I don't know, it's like, how radical are we gonna play here as a rogue trader? Like, we can't be that insane. Yeah, I mean, I guess let's prepare for commercial exchange. I initially was just going to blast them out of the sky, but we don't want to be lawful stupid. We do have to be a rogue trader. So if there is profit to be made and all that, we will, we will bend some of our righteousness. Assuming they have anything worth buying. Okay, so reputation. We have no reputation with the Fellowship of the Void, and it seems like the more you go up, you get access to some better loot. Mazoa pattern auto guns, and Metal of Alacrities, and flak chest plates, Reaper capes. Right now we just have a flamer, which is pretty cool. And a camouflage robe. Plus, no. The wearer's ranged attacks decrease their target's dodge by 5%. Does not stack. Okay. Right. So if I'm just clicking on this stuff, I feel like this probably could be explained a bit better. Okay, there. Yeah, all right. So they'll only buy certain things. And this will give us 200 reputation. So I guess that's that. And then over here's our cargo. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think the explanation could be a little... Okay, selling full cargo to merchants improves your reputation with their faction. However, all loot inside that cargo will be lost. Okay, so they'll buy... Okay, but provisions... I cannot sell them? Oh, because they won't buy provisions. They'll only buy these things. Why wouldn't they buy provisions? They don't need food. You don't need food. That's fine, I guess. So if I want, I mean, this is, oh, okay. I have a profit factor. Okay. Profit factor. So I can buy the robe. And I can buy the flamer. And nothing changed. Or went down. I don't know. I think... No, I don't. I have no idea. Well, I may as well buy this. I mean, if nothing's gonna change. Maybe it's just like for this transaction currently, it's all abstracted. Okay, well, there you have it. That was a little confusing. Should we go to Rycat Minoris first? I feel like that's what I probably did when I was in early access. So maybe we try something. Let's go to the prison planet. Planetoid. Okay, we scan this little misshapen cookie. And, there you have it. And there's our party members. Okay. Little confusing. I think some efforts could be made to make that a little clearer. I mean, did I miss a tutorial somewhere about profit factor? I don't know. I mean, where would, like... Yeah, I don't even know where, like, an encyclopedia or something would be. Repentance in prison is but a weak shadow of a true transformation of the soul. Only in battle, by abjuring the flesh and cloaking the soul in flame, can one earn absolution. Wow. Now, how come they're not telling that to, the prisoners in the United States? That would change a person, I think. Your ladyship? 1,000 pardons if I addressed you improperly. Have you come on behalf of Governor Medinet, or are you here on other business? If it's the latter, you ought to know that there's been a riot at the local prison. It's quite dangerous here. What happened here? There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it is being led by the prison warden himself, the Honorable Anathagon Castelia. He has allied himself with the rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Raikadi Philia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. The prison warden leading the riot. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honorable Yvain Winterscale, son of Caligos Winterscale, rogue traitor, vanquisher of Xenos, forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. Alright, so Winterscale's son. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the warden personally. The Honorable Lord means to put an end to this lawless treason. He and his escort left to meet with the insurgents while I was ordered to await their return. Yvain. One of his distant younger offspring, yes. That's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. The warden himself is spearheading the riot? Yes. No one expected this. Master Castelia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Raikadi Philia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. Ooh, I wonder if Tzeentch is involved in this nonsense. This ambition. And I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel. What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Yeah. Why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissidents? It's a personal matter. Master Castelia, the seditious warden, is Lord Yvain's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. The first Winterscale in my memory who prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. You're quite right. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he will try to do so no matter what obstacles get in his way. I'm looking for a man by the name of Heinrichs van Kalox. He is here, perhaps? Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, then it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There's nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. Is there anything else I should be apprised of before I set out? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your ladyship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Alright. Your ladyship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation... In any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jaspar. I have not been to Rykad Minoris and know nothing of this officer's fate. That's a shame. May the Emperor keep that fool from harm. Thank you for your time, your ladyship. I don't dare delay you any further. Good luck to you, your ladyship. I will contact Lord Yvain's party over Vox and inform them of your coming.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay. It just paused for some reason. Oh, because we saw a trap. Ooh, traps. Alright, so we want her to get the cloak. Argenta. There you go. And then the flamer. Should I give it to her? She already just kind of fires a lot anyways. Honestly, I'm more inclined to give it to Abelyard. I feel like you don't need a lot of ballistic skill. Oh, he doesn't have flame weapon proficiency, so only she can use it. Alright, well then we'll just have some fun sometime. There is a trap up ahead. Order your character to disable it. If the character enters a trapped area or fails the test to disarm it, the trap will trigger. Okay, and yep, that's much like Pathfinder. Build a bridge. Okay. Another trap. Door over there, but no go. Yeah, a lot of traps.
I rise to the occasion. Back into the fray.
I just realized there's no log. I mean, it's there. It just doesn't default to it, and it's a little higher up than normal. I just feel like it's not... I don't know. I guess maybe I prefer the UI from Pathfinder a little bit.
None shall stand in my way.
The Emperor is with us!
Alright. Battle. Let us do battle with fearsome men. I wonder if I can shoot through here. If I could just flamethrower this whole fucking corridor, that would be good. What are they armed with? They looks like, yeah, they don't have any guns. No guns. Oh, also we've been ambushed. Ow. Nimble is right. So the guards are working alongside the prisoners.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Okay. Oh God, no info about about this. Okay, why is our flamers just like broken? I don't know, maybe we shouldn't fuck with it. Is my combat broken? Something is broken. Well, that worked. A lot of health.
I took care of this one.
That'll work. Do a little endurance. Dira. Ooh. No line of sight. Really? Fuck. I'm better off just shrieking.
Just a minor setback.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess not a very interesting option. But just having him cut this thing down.
Reduced to dust.
Good. Gives us some resolve.
Victory is imminent.
Yeah, fucker.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Ow. Horde of Thugs effect. Okay. Well, we have goons in front of us. And, we have a gun. Seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, it's not showing my targeting reticle, which is a really... Seems like kind of a problem. You are meant to see it. I mean, that wasn't like a bug before that I was seeing it. I don't think so, because I played early access like 2 separate times, and that's how it works. So I feel like there's a problem now. I don't know if there's any discussion related going. I mean, I could check the Discord, I guess. Yeah, because no one's talking about this publicly at this stage. God, yeah, this is really early. I have to go to like the private press club and yeah, I don't know where I'd even look. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what the issue is, because it obviously worked the other videos. But that works for now. And we could do a little heroic push. I think momentum resets, right? So there's no reason not to do stuff.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Good. Tacitus Beaticus will also lightning.
I can't do.
Simple. Simple dimple. We get a bunch of knives, serrated knife, chainmail. It's not bad. Chainmail is not too bad. What are you wearing? Flak vest. Well, it seems like that's just better in every way. And that's pretty much the same. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Gas cloud grenade. I guess we should give that to somebody.
Victory awaits.
Over.
Grease-stained edges of the poster detach ever so slightly. It appears that it was frequently removed and rehung. Well, let's tear it off. Ah, goodies. Aha, an improved auto pistol. And a prisoner's shank. I like that this can do more damage top end than a chainsword. You wouldn't think so. And it has the same armor penetration. But it can do less damage and doesn't have the parry. So I mean, yeah, it is a generally worse melee weapon, but
I won't tolerate
that is funny. Prison Diary of Atishan, Part 2. Ooh, and a force grenade, 5 energy damage, push targets 2 cells away. If they fail a toughness test, they will also fall prone. An enforcer light carapace. You don't say. That sounds like just better. Go with that. Okay. Shit.
What in the world?
Pick lock fail. Locked. Locked.
Excellence matters.
Multi-key success.
I did fine.
My brethren, the dawn is nigh. The Optimates will guide us into a new existence. Thank the throne. Normal-looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain, the look of this ragtag bunch hardly inspires trust. I came across a void ship in the system belonging to your associates. They told me some interesting things about you and your planned escape. Well, now that's out of the bag. Our fellows were supposed to come get us a long time ago, but they got tied up somewhere. Void Kraken's gullet with them. And in all this time we had to wait, this happened. Pardon me for trying to pull the synth wool over you. It's just that we want nothing to do with this whole warden nonsense. So what now? Will you let us go? Sure, no problem. Today you tell us a little lie. Tomorrow you stick a torpedo in our side from that ship of yours. If it doesn't fall apart the moment our helmsman sneezes in its general direction. Give me a reason not to execute you on the spot. Uh-huh. We were just following orders. New Warden's first decree was lunches and dinners. 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Things only went downhill from there. Guards quit it with the teeth punching. The warden forbade them. Instead, the overseer started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot, and then put together a list of best workers. And if someone on that list also showed good behavior, that's when they'd get promoted to an Optimate. That's the upper crust among us jailbirds. Then the warden decided it's the Optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of punishments, and that it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work, it was the Optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when these goody two-shoes really started to shine. In the old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking it a week. Now, well, we're lucky if it was only 50. That wasn't even the end of it. Warden Costelia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry under the dome. I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting the wildest things like, the Optimates are saints who will behold the truth, and he started taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, you wouldn't recognize them, more beast than man. They were butchering people left and right, even guards, and overseers. The warden himself had armed them. Whenever nobles start giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. If I spare you, what do I gain from it? So, yeah, obviously, you know, they're with the Fellowship of the Void. I don't know. We start bending all these rules. Where does it end up? Are we in for a penny, in for a pound here? Since we've already dealt with the Fellowship, we should just be all friends with the Fellowship? I mean, they're fucking pirates. Consider your request denied. Now die. They're pirates, man. They're not good. They're not doing good stuff. Just trust me. Okay. A las gun. Ah, tried and true. That damage is really fucking piddly. I don't think that's really lore accurate. I mean, it's a meme, but las guns are not like 5 to 7 damage. That's weaker than like a blaster in Star Wars, you know? Ooh, look at this symbol. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What did I just do? What happened? Perplexed effect applied. She failed her 80% roll. Shit. It's a mysterious image. That was my only chance. Oh, also, there's a giant, massive pile of corpses. Let's not overlook that. Yeah, I love that, though. It's like, nobleman starts giving out 3 meals a day, and they're like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? This is insanity. Yeah, kind of is in 40k. Ooh, nice. Diviner's Staff. Wielder of the staff gains the Consign ability. It's for unsanctioned psychers. Well, what do you know? We happen to have one of those. Now, God forbid you actually wanted to know what the Consign ability does without equipping this thing. Next hit against the target will be an automatic critical hit. The heroic version, next attack against every enemy in combat will be an automatic critical hit. Desperate measures, next hit against every creature in combat will be an automatic critical hit. Fun. Oh, we'll give it a try. Maybe it'll be good. Get another cloak. Saturated cape. When the wearer uses endure, they immediately remove one of the effects on them. Burning, poison, bleeding. Now, he's already got this. This is probably better just because he uses endure like every turn. But no one else can use this other cape for now. We built a bridge. What? Where were you going? Oh, because it was like this. So why is stuff all... Oh my god. I mean, it's kind of cool, but... Lady Von Valancius, my greetings. May the light of eternal Terra shine forevermore. Evane Winterscale, younger son of Caligos Winterscale, at your service. Lady Tacitus Beaticus von Valancius, I am pleased to make your acquaintance. As am I. Please accept my apologies for the slight breach of etiquette. Here and now is neither the best place nor time for protracted ceremony. Is there anything you can tell me about the novice Noblite station the system? What? Why would we talk about that now? Do you not wish to inquire why I now stand at the head of my house and not Theodora? I gather more than a few people have already put that question to you, or perhaps you expect to be accosted by such queries in the future. Honestly, I did not ask because I was afraid of being obtrusive and tactless, but to tell the truth, I am dying to know. Theodora perished in a cultist raid, one that took place right here in the Reichad system. That is when I took the helm. Please accept my condolences. May Lady Theodora's soul be forever in Terra's eternal light. So, you are still new to your status, and you've not yet had your Magnae Accessio, I presume. How fascinating. I do not believe I have ever had the fortune of meeting an individual with a fate so compelling as yours. I hope that one day you may grace me with your presence under more civil circumstances, Lady von Valancius. There is much I wish to ask you about. You yourself are the son of a rogue trader, are you not? So what is it about me you find so fascinating? My father has ruled for an exceptionally long time. He has already outlived 3 of his chroniclers. I would be far more interested in speaking to someone who had just recently acquired their first taste of power and responsibility. Besides, to be perfectly honest, I am not exactly Caligos Winterscale's most favored descendant. I could count on one hand the number of times I've had meaningfully long conversations with my father, and for half of those conversations we exchanged messages through an astropath. I think it prudent to say I have not exactly been lavished with the attention and insight of a rogue trader. We will have to discuss social gatherings some other time. This hardly seems like the appropriate occasion. Is there anything you can tell me about the novice Noblite station in this system? I know more than most, but less than one might expect. Our navigators are true recluses. Iraq 5 station is the sovereign domain of Navigator House Orselio. As I said, they are remarkably reclusive, unwilling to interact with anyone, even the system's governor. However, House Orselio has a direct agreement with House Winterscale. Several navigators of the house serve on my father's ships. That is why I was granted personal access to the station, for emergency situations and important negotiations. I have been to the station twice. Alone, it is the Master's demand that even guards and servants be left on the shuttle. By the throne, is it a bizarre place? Inexplicably, my emotions would shift from sudden trembling to carefree jubilation. For what reason Damn cat. For what reason I cannot say. That station was far from uplifting. Every servant who tended to me there had their tongue amputated. Well, I doubt such details are of interest to you. Once we're done here, I can try to contact the station and request access for you as well, but I'm almost certain it will be for naught. Alright, allow me to use your access code. My navigator is dead. If I fail to find a new one, the very first warp jump could spell disaster for my ship. As a nobleman and a scion of a rogue trader house, you are obliged to aid me. Aha, yes. It is an onerous task, trusting someone at first glance, but I have a good feeling about you, Lady von Valancius. After all, people in our position can afford to be candid with one another. Absolutely not. They absolutely cannot. Lately, the Orselios have been acting even more strangely than usual. They changed their access codes with unreasonable frequency. Right before I left for Raikadi Philia, my comlink received a message. How can a blind man see the starry sky? I presume it is the new passphrase. If it is of little help to you, you have my apologies. The navigators are a peculiar breed. Lord Captain, while he's being all nice, why don't you ask him if you could borrow a few teensy planets of his? And later, if he asks for them back, you can just say you can't remember where you left them. Trust me, works every time. Let us discuss the matter at hand. You're here to end the riot, are you not? Indeed, it is a personal matter, if you will. And not simply because this incident occurred in a system that belongs to my father. The prison warden. He used to be a close friend of mine once. I want to give him a chance to come to his senses, lay down his weapons, and stop this senseless uprising. Rebelling against lawful authority is heresy. Extending clemency to a heretic. Are you in your right mind? He is my friend, and my father's vassal. I do not deny his guilt, but I intend to give him the chance to atone for it. You came here with naught but a single shuttle's worth of guards. Do you not think it foolhardy? So did you. I had my doubts. Well, I didn't know there was a fucking riot going on, dude. I had my doubts, of course, but I'm not Governor Medina. I refused to sit idle in the safety of a bunker. I wanted to do something, and I thought arriving with a light escort would show Anathagon the sincerity of my intentions. Anathagon, maybe. Had I arrived at the head of a whole unit, I would not fault Anne for assuming this was an assault. Where's Warden Castelia now? He's up ahead somewhere, and further below. We exchanged a few words over the Vox, and he said he would meet me in the quarry behind the prison building. A strange choice for negotiations, but those were his conditions. Very well. In that case, I shall accompany you. I must admit, I do appreciate your company. This prison has given me a strong sense of unease, but the lift cannot support both our parties. If you are going ahead, wait for us in the quarry. We will follow shortly. Yeah, I'm sure I'll just sit there and wait. That's not what protagonists do, man. Awoken prisoner, and there's the warden. I wonder if we can't do some shenanigans or something. God, I gotta go over to the fucking void ship to remove that. Fire grenades. Fire damage. 20% armor penetration. Inflict burning for 3 rounds. Juicy. Are we being stealthy here?
It's about time.
Now, I will say, and I don't like to be critical. Especially, you know, in the face of all the other positive things. But this screen that I'm looking at right now kind of looks like shit. You know? Like the textures, the 3D models. This looks like a game that I would see in like 2007. And maybe that's not quite accurate. But it just doesn't look great. And I noticed that when I went to play Kingmaker, Pathfinder Kingmaker, I thought Kingmaker looked better in a lot of ways than Wrath of the Righteous. So I'm not really sure what is happening with Owlcat. But this is certainly not going to win, I think, any awards for like visual design or, you know, any sort of graphical acclaim. Everything in the appearance of the man walking toward you, his every gesture and his very demeanor speaks of his noble birth. This creates a stark contrast with his hair, a matted knot that clearly has not seen a brush in weeks, and his crumpled and filthy clothing. His face is pale, and his eyes burn feverishly. Who are you? I was expecting my friend Yvain, not an intrusion. Then your wait is over on. However, I do not come alone. I am accompanied by the Honorable Lady von Valancius. I should have guessed it would be you. What do you want, enemy of Aurora? As the warden is speaking, a strange sensation draws your attention toward the ground, specifically an open pit in the loose dirt. A single word spontaneously surfaces in your mind. Cradle. The pit itself does not appear to be of much interest, but at some point it housed something of great importance, something faintly familiar to you. Well, let's get to the point, I guess. That pit, there's something special about it, is there not? An item of value was once buried there. Now tell me, Warden, what was the item and who took it from here? You are too late, enemy of the truth. This bastion has already fulfilled its great purpose. You will never find the trail of the reclaimed relic that now rests in the hands of the devout. How do you know who I am? Lies have many faces, but there's only one truth, and it has been laid bare before me. I knew the enemy of the truth would come here sooner or later. And this isn't you. I do not know how it has come to this, but please let me... Quiet, Evie. I promise I will talk to you later, when we are alone. I can't say I'm eager to spend time alone with you. Not after everything I've witnessed on Rykati Philia, and what I'm witnessing right now. You know, we had this guy once. He was a quiet one. One day he walked into a middle-deck bar, threw one back, and then pulled out a gun and started shooting people left and right without saying a word. Then he shoved the barrel in his mouth and blew his brains out. Our warden here has exactly the same look in his eyes right now. What madness have you wrought in this prison? Do you truly want to know? This was my garden, where I tried to grow the seedlings of a beautiful future. That was before I realized that there is no future, not in the sense ordinary people understand. We are too attached to this life, to the limitations of our weak bodies, to the short-sightedness of our eyes that can scarcely see. It is also insignificant. The true future lies beyond real space, and the only way to reach it is through a cleansing sacrifice. Do you understand? I understand fucking heresy. That's what I understand. Why'd you mutilate these people? These are my optimates, saints who will guide the flock at the fated hour. Listen. Can you hear? You can't? They are crying out, calling. It's just that their cries are not meant for our ears. They cast their voices out there, beyond the edge of the glass, into the transparent quiet. There, they are heard. There, their call is answered. Rogue traitor, every moment spent on talking to this heretic could be a moment spent destroying him and committing this place to purifying flames. Isn't it time we got started? Pretty much. Who's Aurora? Oh, so you've managed to barge in here and interfere with the prophetess's designs without even knowing who she is. But it is too late now. You will never attain sight. All you can do is accept your fate. I do not like it when people take the prophetess Aurora's name in vain. I desire your death, enemy of the truth. Wait. The time for words has passed. Optimates, give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth, or become awash in blood.
Take a knee and bow before me.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Cover here is a little strange, to be perfectly honest. Maybe we pop all the way over here. Do something like that and that. Buried. Endure. Okay, Tacitus Beaticus.
Not a problem for me.
Buried again. Holy shit. Now it doesn't even show the roll? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna have to, like, guess on our, our attacks. I really don't like that too much.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, that works. Yeah, okay. Alright. Analyze this motherfucker. Expose his weakness. I guess consign. Oh, he's too far. Okay, consign this dude. Oh, and that used up my attack. Really? Yeah, that uses up your... Okay. Well, then we may as well give him forewarning.
Was that you? Or...
Still hit him. Yeah, I wish I had the momentum for Daring Breach. Be awesome. There you go, 15 damage. Endure. Nice. Ooh, too far. But I also... yeah, well... Yeah, I can't... Okay. Shit.
Not my specialty.
The range on this is really slim without this being involved. Fuck. That's all there is to say then, I guess.
Absolutely not.
Shit. How has no one hit this guy yet? It's a guaranteed crit. Okay, let's move here. Let's run and gun.
I'll do it.
Miss. There you go. Something, I guess. There you go. I guess I could just use Firearm Mastery and we could just start blasting.
This is why I was chosen.
Jesus Christ. Come on now. There you go. Got him. Uh-oh. Well, that's fishy.
Oh, this'll leave a scar.
So he just restored all his health? He's got Demonic Strike on? Dealing additional warp damage? Seems like some heresy is afoot.
On it.
Analyze him. Exploit him. And, I could Psychic Shriek him, or I could just consign him to a crit. Still no one has hit that guy. Ow! have any good options here. I can throw this grenade. Take it off. Well, I guess that did it. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. What are we doing here? We really don't have any great options. Other than fleeing. In which case I take another op and I go down. Great. We got traumas. Crippled arm.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Fuck. Fuck. This guy's a menace.
Will do. But of course.
You're saying that was a crit? That wasn't a crit. Okay, so I fucked it up. I happened to use an ability that can't crit, but it took away the free crit.
I took care of this one. At your beck and call.
Fuck.
Someone else can do this.
Failing at the combat here. This was just a big... I didn't expect them to teleport, and it was such a good teleport, too.
Rejoice in battle!
He's just getting ops on all of us. It's terrible. And I can't see if I'm gonna shoot my own people. That's really bad.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I don't even get to see... I mean, this is not like a bug-free game. I'm actually kind of shocked, although I wasn't around for the release of their last 2 games. So maybe it's similar, but it's still not great. I haven't even been playing that long, and we've encountered quite a few bugs. $11 damage. Although that was a lot of damage. Good God. He's still going. I'm slightly handicapped due to lack of information from all of my abilities.
That's not the Seneschal's job. It will
Kind of
be done.
is. I probably should use the med kit on Argenta. No one can hit the broadside of a barn.
Anything is.
Okay. Oh my god, and you can't walk this way? What?
Follow my lead.
How would you be expected to know that?
Your back and call.
There you go. You're saying that was a crit. I don't know how you would find this information out. Why would you run away, dude? Now you're dead. I don't think there's anywhere I could move where I could get a charge in. So
I will do my duty.
we'll just hit him. I think Abelyard can handle it though. This is about where I would go real time in the other games. You ain't shit. You are also not shit. No, I mean you are shit.
It will
That's
be
what I
done.
meant. Okay, good. He's still not done. He's still not done, folks. Oh, I wonder if I have to destroy these things. The unholy lens. I just noticed they have health bars. No line of sight to target.
My destiny.
Well, then perhaps never mind. Oh no, I can psychic shriek them. Oh, that'll take a while. But yeah, he's not losing any health, max health here. So we need to do something.
Indeed.
There you go. Ow!
I'm a member.
Med kit. We're gonna have to buy more of those. Well, I certainly thought these things were just decorative, though. sure I can't just get in here and smack this thing a little bit? How do I not have line of sight on the target? It's right next to me.
I know.
Fuck.
Will do.
It's gonna take eternity because I'm mentally shrieking at a piece of metal. Oh, he shot it himself. I think he missed, though. I don't think he was intentionally aiming for it, because that would imply that I'm doing a very bad thing. It's really pretty slow.
At your beck and call.
We'll get there. Hey, nice.
My place is at the fore. I'd rather not.
I did it. Alright, so now we probably have to kill him. We could go for heroic consign, but I don't think crits. Wow, that did a lot of damage. I'd rather have Able Yard's heroic act. Restore all AP and MP and gain +4 MP. That's probably what we want to do.
For von Valancius!
Yeah, I can just get right to him. Look at that. 20 damage. How about another one?
Victory is imminent.
Okay, how about another one? Okay, how about another one?
At your beck and call.
There you go. Perfect.
What is this?
We don't need a full party.
Farewell.
Everything here must be purged with fire. Anne, what have you done? Curious indeed. Just what exactly has he done here? I do not know, nor do I want to know. These ravaged people, this strange glass, all this talk of Aurora. These are abundantly clear signs of lunacy and heresy. I wish I could understand how the man I knew came to be this way, but one should not peer into the abyss. You've got that right. That abyss happily swallows up wretched commoners and polished aristocrats alike, and it likes naive idealists best of all. May I invite you aboard my ship, Yvain? I would like to continue our acquaintance. I thank you for the invitation and accept it gladly. I will arrive by my shuttle in a little while. If you'll excuse me, I would like to be alone for the time being. Okay. Yeah, that was, I mean, that could have gone better, but now, anytime we ever play this game, now we will know how to do this battle. Do a little looting. Just a little looting. Noble sword. Attacks with this sword cost +1 AP. On a hit, this sword's attack inflicts the disturbed effect on the target for 2 rounds. If they're already disturbed, deals an additional willpower bonus ×2 damage. Oh. This pistol has an additional single shot and a deadeye shot. Okay. Well, +1 AP to swing your sword is not great. But it does have a higher top-end damage and that disturbed effect. What exactly does disturbed mean? -10 to any willpower or fellowship test. That's pretty minor. It seems like kind of a weapon of heresy, but I'm sure we're going to come across some of those. I have 1 weapon skill currently. His willpower is 3, so this will do double to 6 extra damage after they're already disturbed. That's not bad. It's not too bad. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll just give him a last pistol just in case. Okay, this is just better. Okay. As for the las gun, so we'd lose 2 on the top end from her bolter. We'd lose the armor penetration. We'd lose a bit of range. We gain a lot ammo capacity. And the bonus to hit. Bonus to hit might actually be worth it. We'll give it a try.
A new challenge for me?
I mean, some of the things look good, like this weird green river flowing through. That looks all right. It's just these rock textures. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's just never been a good rock texture ever outside of, like, modded Skyrim. Your eye is drawn to the shards of the enormous lens scattered around the broken device. At first, you are uncertain as to what troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora von Valancius's desk. What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in... By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be! I see it too. Whatever that thing in her study was, it was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? It's a mistake. Slander, meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First, those minions of the archenemy murdered Lord Captain Theodora, and now... This cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come on now, Abelard. Remember what she was like. Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she had thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else out in the expanse. If we could just find out what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood, but do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. The sister's words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with a worthier fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. Life must be so easy for you sanctimonious preachers. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person. You see bad blood, an annoying hindrance. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting the archenemy. A person who has tainted themselves, thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything when you can just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Theodora so much while you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset. You just gave up on her and moved on. I'm trying to be righteous. And I do like Argenta. The danger of heresy cannot be overstated. Lord Captain, I'm not excusing heresy. I just don't believe... I don't want to believe Theodora would be involved in it. That all the good she did can be so easily crossed out with a single word. Welcome to 40k, I guess. Alright. I mean, I suppose that's pretty much about it. God, people just speared onto the wall, and... oh boy. I'm not really sure if that encounter could have gone any differently, to be honest.
Victory!
Which is kind of surprising. Like, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of flexibility. Like, he was insane, and we killed him, and that was the end of it. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. The tech priests can deal with the vessel systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change the assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freeze as if in a trance. A click comes through the Vox channel, followed by a weary sigh. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in cogitator calculations, or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you not to take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Oh, don't start, old man. All these peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut, a lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that, so our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds not completely eliminated or by manifestations of the machine's spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's tasks considerably more difficult, and High Factotum Janus Danrock would like to discuss how he should deal with the defective property. He is awaiting your audience on the bridge. Back to bridge. Connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew. It is done, Lord Captain. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear your voice roll through the ship, reaching even the normally quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear distant shouts of approval. Okay, excellent. Where is, oh, there he is. High Factotum. Greetings, your ladyship. Janus Danrock, at your service. Vigdis informed me about a problem with the servitors. What happened? You see, your ladyship, the ship's servitors have been malfunctioning of late. They violate protocols, interrupt their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time, and move erratically with no meaning or purpose. Had it been a routine technical fault, I would have decided the fate of these servitors myself, but I deemed it necessary to notify you. I do not wish to hide such irregularities from the Lord Captain. If you wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate, this can be arranged. The majority of the defective units have been delivered to one of the storage compartments pending your decision. I wish to take a look at them. Ooh, okay, one of these. When her ladyship arrived at the scene, she found the servitors in the same position that they assumed after they had been corralled into the bay, all standing in a long spiraling line and facing the center of their strange formation. The moment her ladyship crossed the threshold of the bay gate, their bodies jerked into motion. All as one, as if obeying a command, the servitors turned to face the Lord Captain. The technomats tasked with overseeing the defective units even reached for their weapons, But then the servitors went still just as abruptly, staring at her ladyship with vacant eyes. All present held their breath, disturbed by this sight. We waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Took several steps towards the servitors. Immediately, the servitors, each and every one of them, stepped toward the Lord Captain in perfect unison. They mimicked her movements with frightening precision. The rogue trader halted in place and after a moment's thought waved her hand, and the servitors just as synchronously repeated that gesture as well. When the Lord Captain turned quizzically to the technomats, so did the servitors, as if mocking her. Whatever the Lord Captain did, be it an incline of the head, a wave of a hand, or a step to the side, the defective units repeated it without a moment's delay or hesitation, like grotesque marionettes controlled by an unseen puppeteer. We observed this mime unfold in distressed bafflement for nearly a minute, until the servitors finally came to a stop. Not sensing any threat from them, the rogue trader approached with confidence. Okay, examine the servitors. As High Factotum, it was I who had prompted that entire inspection, and thus it was my duty to follow the Lord Captain. As we stepped closer, we noticed a fascinating irregularity. The servitors' pupils, normally still, were shaking wildly. Their bulging veins were pulsating under their copper collars inscribed with their past offenses. It was as if those mindless half-machines were locked in a perpetual state of extreme tension. A visibly shaken technomat behind us proposed that the human souls had awakened within the servitors' bodies after a long slumber deep within their lobotomized brains. Formerly bereft of intelligence, they had attained awareness, feeling, and understanding. After a pause, the technomat added that the servitors used to function properly, and that no one had been able to explain the change in their behavior. Her gaze still trained on the motionless but animate half-machines and half-people, the Lord Captain stepped away from the servitors. Okay. Destroy the servitors, for what was happening to them could spell horrific heresy. Lord Captain's command was executed post-haste. All defective units were incinerated in furnaces, and their remains were expelled into the void. The crew was provided with replacement servitors and soon forgot all about the destroyed unit's peculiarities, yet this incident haunts my memories to this day. Okay. There you have it. And we leveled up. Ha-ha, ha-ha, ha-ha. Okay. Alright, so we get another talent. Range of the officer's ability is increased by +3. Voice of command by +6. That's almost certainly what I'm going to take, because that's really good. Resolve by +3. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, they gain temporary health. I guess it's not horrible. Yeah, okay, commanding voice. Yeah. And for our characteristic, probably willpower or intelligence. I'm thinking intelligence, actually. Since we picked up Be Smart. Yeah. Do that. Okay. Argenta. Ballistic skill is almost certainly what we're looking for. Snag that. And we get an ability. Ooh. Dash. Spend all your movement points. Not provoke attacks of opportunities. Allows you to dash through allies and enemies. Okay. Controlled shot. Soldier and their allies will automatically dodge the soldier's next attack. That actually could be really handy. For 1 AP. In Trench, you spend all AP and MP, but a 30% bonus to cover efficiency. And the next time you use Run and Gun, gain back all spent AP and MP plus 1 additional AP. And reset the cooldown of all other soldier abilities except for Run and Gun. Well, that's an interesting way to go. Concentrated fire. Next ranged area attack deals... Oh, God. 50 plus 40? So 90 divided by the number of enemies in the area of effect % damage. So if I did it on, like, when I did it on, like, the one big warp monster, that was just one target that I used a burst on. This would deal 90% damage to him extra with an additional dodge reduction %. That also seems really good. Rapid fire. A soldier's next burst attack will have its rate of fire doubled, but deal 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. Alright. I'm gonna go with controlled shot. I think that's fairly beneficial to us. Adira. Times int bonus. My int bonus is shit. So that'd be 3 times 2. Reduce enemy's toughness by 6 for 1 round. That's practically nothing. Yeah, that's more like fresh target. Although, we don't really have Adira attacking much. So maybe I get rid of the... We go back to the lightning staff. And what did we just pick? Yeah, okay. Perception. Okay. And we have Sworn Enemy. Mark a target. Gaining armor and bonus damage on melee attacks against them. If the target attacks a warrior during this round, the warrior gains +1 AP. Toughness bonus. So I'd gain 10 plus 2 times, so 2 times, so it's 10. So it's 20%. I'd gain 20% armor. And 2 plus 6 bonus damage on melee attacks against them. Okay. Warrior's next melee attack gains armor penetration and bonus damage. Actually, +8 bonus damage. And ignores a percentage of their parry. Every enemy who survives an attack enhanced by this ability will attack the warrior in return, including creatures with ranged weapons. Okay. Well, I kind of like Reckless Strike, I suppose. I can see the benefit of Sworn Enemy as well. But bonus, just easy bonus damage like that's pretty great. And a skill. Corral, let's go with athletics. Okay. Just before I forget, I'm going to swap her over to this staff. Okay, that's that. I think we're going to leave it off here. I think next time we'll go to the Novice Nobilite Station because we got the access code from that guy, and we're going to use it very responsibly, and it's going to be great. And then, you know, we'll save the actual big station, spaceport, for last. Alright. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.